Hey, welcome to another episode of Coffee and Bonghits with Jessie. I'm Jessie. We'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Yes, y'all, and it don't stop, and it don't never quit. Boom. Man, I'm green. I'm green screened out. Yo, I was going to try and convince you guys that I was really at Magic Sands Beach this morning. This is my favorite swim hole right there. If you go right there, boom, that's the spot. You get rocking. That is definitely my favorite spot on the whole west side of the island to swim. I'm not going to tell you all my favorite spots, but congratulations, you woke up to level 8-4 of Super Mario Brothers Real Life. We made it through the water level. We made it through the one with the little shop of horse plants that come out of the tubes. And now we are finally on the final freaking level. Yo, this shit is scary. This shit is scary to me. And what's crazy is if it's scary to me, it must be really scary to everybody else because I can deal with anything, right? It doesn't matter to me. There's a lot of people who are in a lot more compromising positions right now than I am. So like I said, my name is Jessie. Thank you. Wherever you are watching this show right now, if you are watching it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, hopefully you are watching it on urbansurvivorman.com because that's where we're trying to push all of our traffic over to urbansurvivorman.com, which will look like this. Boom! urbansurvivorman.com. Go there. It's just me, I guess. Me, my shows, my stuff, my other shit. Hey, don't forget, fuck 12 News, First or Live or Localer. You can go to urbansurvivorman.com and pick up some fuck 12 News gear. Go to urbansurvivorman.com/shop. And don't forget that Edgy Gear is brought to you by That Edgy Gear is brought to you by Stand Up and Fight Back.bigcartel.com. Stand Up and Fight Back.bigcartel.com. I think that's what I said. Okay. Also, reminder that we are brought to you every day by The Movement. Hey, yo, it's Jesse Sponberg. I'm rocking with The Movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. Yeah. All right, let's get the real graphic back up there so it looks like a normal show. Kinda. We'll do it like this. We'll use this one today. We'll go with the gray. We got this. Hey, man, if you're really in, yo, what's up, Diction? I see you, player. Man, I got the computer a little tilted today. So let's see who's in this morning so far, man. Erica, what's good? Sarah, nice to see you. Finda, good morning to you. Ellen, good morning. Marty's in. It's the Early Bird Club. And then Hannah's she's doing good too. She just got her coffee. Welcome to the show, Hannah. We're glad to always have new listeners. Diction's in the house. What up, Diction? Okay, so let's get to it. A bunch of shit happened yesterday that we really should talk about, man. There's you know what? I got a notebook somewhere. I took notes. Let me see where I put that thing. I got a notepad. Yo, man, let me tell you something. Drugs are kind of legal now in Portland. Drugs are kind of legal now in Portland. That means I feel like I could tell you the story of when I accidentally had an old bag in my wallet when I got arrested for protesting. And I was like, oh my God, if they bust me with this little bag, I'll be in big trouble. And then they didn't even find it. That's how dumb cops are. We're gonna talk about 3 elections. I'm gonna just say, fuck you to Kentucky. Like right off the bat, I can't believe you guys elected re-elected Mitch McConnell. And there's one thing I learned, man. A lot of people on this planet are absolute pieces of shit. And some of the people that you think are good guys are actually pieces of crap. But they want to take some moral high ground. Oh, Leah's in the house. Say, yeah. How was Vegas? Hot? Wet? Steamy? Snakes in your hair? So, yeah, a lot of people in this country are absolute pieces of shit. And the thing about that is that if you're a piece of shit, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Like you should really have to just like prove that you're not a selfish piece of shit to vote. So fuck Mitch McConnell. We're going to talk about 3 elections today. We're going to talk about the national election, which the president, what happened? Exactly what I told you on this show was going to happen the other day is what happened. I said the president is going to jump to the early lead because his people don't trust the mail because he taught them not to trust the mail, right? So all the Democrats and all the Joe Biden supporters are going to mail in their ballots because that's the new pussy hat this year, right? Mail in your ballot. Get a pink pussy hat and mail in your ballot. Okay, so we knew the early returns were going to be the people that walked up and voted with armed people at the thing. You know, can I just say real quick, I'm proud of you, America. It was nowhere near as crazy as everybody thought it would be. There wasn't widespread violence. There wasn't widespread voter intimidation. There wasn't boxes of ballots found in dumpsters, all addressed to Hunter Biden. We did a really good job as far as getting it out logistically. A lot of the states, did you see how fast Florida's getting their votes counted, except for the ones that Louis DeJoy violated a court order for 300,000 ballots. So that's still up in the air. They're hanging chads, they're hanging chuds, but none of what people expected to happen happened. There was no violence. There's no violence in the streets. Everybody's just like in a standby. In the meantime, a bunch of people went on the internet and called everybody else racist until Ted Wheeler got reelected. That's what happens, man. You know, we had Greg on a couple times this week, and I really didn't want to address it because I assumed that, hey, good morning, Krista. Good morning, Nate. And fuck Ted Wheeler. What's up, Josh? I hope you're doing well, player. Man, I was locked out of Facebook when I saw that you were hurting, so I couldn't even message you. I hope you're doing better. So I'm going to let these conversations about the local election unfold a little bit. I feel like the best thing that we can do today is just get in the zone and then maybe go check out what's going on my Twitter, right? That might be the move right now. Just let Twitter talk, because there's a lot of things that I'm not going to say because of respect I have for certain people. But man, how long are we going to keep dancing around an 800-pound gorilla in the room, man? We'll find out. It's an hour-long show. I really hope you guys are watching this on the website, which is urbansurvivorman.com. But if not, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go to my Twitter real quick. Let me do this. Share. Yo, Twitter is going to be, what do the kids say? Twitter is going to be crunk. Twitter is definitely going to be crunk today. And until, but to do it though, right? All right, let me zoom these up. Yo, look, Verbs gets the first tweet of the day. Shout out to Verbs. Yo, dude's been the homie for a long time. Always solid. Always solid. All right, then somebody else comes in second since we missed Eric. And the Tri-Med and Oregon Metro, you are forewarned. If you do not comply, the next step is having Tigard secede from your corrupt, anti-citizen governments. If you care, you will institute a massive ramp-up of bus improvements in Tigard, priority 1, or say bye-bye forever. I don't even know what that beef is about. I'm just trying to work my way to a graham crackers ad. What? Oh, then it's gone.
You know what frustrates me? People they vote and they don't even read the measures. Why the fuck?
Yo, K. Brown says, many of us are feeling a roller coaster of emotions today. Anxiety, joy, fear, hope, sometimes all at the same minute. Hey, the people I know are just like, yo, K. Brown, where's my unemployment? Yo, K. Brown, where's my stimulus help? Yo, K. Brown, why do you keep making people do obstacle courses and do American Ninja just so they can get some relief help? Hold on, what's that? This coronavirus got my pockets on empty. Can I get some help? You want coronavirus relief, bro? Like maybe $500? That's easy. Fill out this form and you can complete it in Oregon. COVID Gladiators. Meet Malibu. He's a single dad who'll do anything for $500. This is Lace. She's a bartender, but the bartenders close at 10 now. Gemini drives an Uber and he'll kick your ass for $500. Zap has 3 kids, but she's going to get tattoos unless her brother Nitro wins. He'll kick your ass for $500. All you got to do is log in faster than Sunny, fill out the form, provide an address, and try not to get kicked in the face while people smash the crap out of you and cough directly in your mouth with no masks. Then we'll let you know in 4 weeks if... Okay. Sorry, that's my Kate Brown drop. Yo, there's a sign. There's a sign up the road for the Oregon Zoo. It says the deadliest predator in the sea. And it looked like a sea otter wearing a pilot's helmet with some floppy ears. I don't know what that is. Man, there's you do. I see you. I don't know, Nate. I think the kids say crunk these days. I love COVID gladiators too. We need more COVID gladiators. So the ad said the Oregon Zoo had the sea's most deadliest predator. I don't know. Okay. Let's get into some other people talking for me. Whoa, look at that. So the president came out last night, and the president said, whoa, I got an early lead. Obama never had as good a lead as me. Crooked Hillary never had as good a lead as me. Did you know one of Chuck Schumer's legs are longer than the other one? He never had as good a lead as me. Let's just stop the counting right now. Send it to the Supreme Court. Like, what? You can't just stop the counting. It's a penguin. What? A penguin? That's mind-blowing. So anyways, you can't just stop the election count in the middle of the election because you're ahead. That's like doing something, turn around and say, no takebacks. No takebacks. Okay, so let me see. Let's, here's your quick reminder. Just a quick reminder. If you want to have a successful life, then you need to write the story of your successful life. You need to pull yourself out of the passenger seat of your own brain, walk around the back of your head, open the driver's door, sit down, adjust the seat, fix the AC, turn on the windshield wipers just because, and then popping some good old-fashioned Hall & Oates. Man, if that don't pump you up a little bit, I know that Hall & Oates, I know Hall & Oates isn't really like the super like hyphy stuff you might normally use when you enter in the ring before a big boxing match. Susan Collins wins again. Oh, 73% of registered Oregonians have already voted safely and conveniently. I don't know if my ballot got turned yesterday. I gave it to somebody else. Every day we go to the polls, but today people across the nation are going to the polls. That's a burn on the president because he used the wrong poll. He doesn't understand. Oh, I guess you want to be able to see. Sorry. All right. Let's keep it pushed. I got so many buttons here, man. Oh man. Hey Dixon, you know it, but I'd have rather played a different Hall & Oates, but that's the universe. That's the Uber ride the universe gave me. Okay, man. Man, can I ask you something? Man? It's so frustrating to me. Oh, man. Man, I'm going to lean back. Let me tell you guys something. I could tell you a lot of shit. I could tell you a lot of different stuff about the city, about relationships that you don't understand, about three-way phone calls that happen. Look, let me tell you who the 5 players are in this fiasco that happened in Portland, Oregon. Ted Wheeler, my nemesis. Sarah Honorone, my old nemesis turned friend. Greg McKelvey, my dear friend, and Teresa Rayford, who used to be my best friend, but now our relationship is a little different than it used to be, right? But when you look at the juxtaposition of all 5 of those people and you want to understand how it all plays out, or you want to understand that the whole reason that Ted even ran for mayor in the first place is because Kate Brown had to take over for John Kitzhaber. There's a lot of shit you don't understand. You guys don't understand why Teresa and Greg don't really care for each other. I do. I was the one on the phone call trying to patch these relationships. And I could tell you guys stuff. I could tell you guys so much shit that it would completely change the way that you think about the city. Yo, what the fuck happened to Wall of Moms, yo? What happened to Riot Ribs? What happened to all these things in the city, man? Y'all know what happened to them. I don't need to say what happened to them. If you can't figure out what happened to them, then you're not even in the know enough to be asking those kind of questions or trusted with that information. But it's like, yo, Jessie, why won't you tell us, and why should we tune into a show where you won't even tell us what you know? Check this out. I don't need to tell you everything. I just need to tell you enough, and then you just need to trust me. That's how this show works. This show is based on trust. And man, y'all really should have voted for Sarah. And guess what? It doesn't mean that you're racist if you don't vote for every black person for every office. I don't know what the word is for that, but thinking that the only thing that makes somebody qualified for office is the color of their skin, or that I should pick somebody strictly based on the color of their skin, seems like real faulty thinking to me. as much as I want to support a black person, especially a black woman, for every position, if I don't, it doesn't mean that I'm racist. And if I remember what Dr. Martin Luther King said, and what he asked was that people would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. So if you are telling me that I should ignore the content of someone's character situationally when it would benefit them to judge them by the color of their skin, then I am too confused. But I know that my moral compass always rings true when I judge somebody by the content of their character. And that's what I'm going to say, unless somebody asks me a direct question. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, there was no good candidate in Portland, Oregon. Let's face it, there was no good candidate. Sarah is a decent candidate who has some great ideas. This side convo is crazy too. Sarah's a good candidate with some good ideas. I would have rather voted for Greg. And here's something I'm going to tell you guys real quick. I'm going to tell you guys two things. When I lost the election in 2016, it became apparent. Even before they threw away like 80,000 ballots, Ted jumped out to such an early lead with the early voting. Ted jumped out to such an early lead with the early voting that it was obvious that it was over immediately, right? So we had the election night party at Old Chicago, and I immediately was like, oh, damn. And then it got crushed. So I walked over to the bar, and I said, bartender, I just lost the election, which I spent 10 years working towards. Let me get a shot of Jack. And so I took that shot of whiskey, and then somebody walked up and they said, hey, Jessie, let me buy you another shot of whiskey. I said, okay. Boom. Now I'm 2 shots of whiskey down. Somebody else walks up and they're like, Jessie, let me buy you a shot of whiskey. Now the sun hasn't even gone down yet, right? It's still election night. It's like 8:20. I'm crushed. I'm 3 shots of whiskey deep. The whole room starts turning into a low buzz. People are talking to me. Jess, you did good. Jess, you tried your hardest. Meanwhile, I'm proving right there why I lost the campaign. Why I lost an election. I'm 3 shots of whiskey down. I don't even hear these people. A couple more shots of whiskey, I'll begin to black out. This is election night. I stumbled to my car because I don't live too far away. I stumbled to my car. I drive home. I pass out. I'm done by 9 o'clock election night. I didn't have to process that pain. I didn't have to process that hurt. I didn't have to process the fact that if you run a revolutionary campaign and all your supporters are revolutionaries that don't vote, don't be upset or surprised when you don't get a lot of votes. I didn't have to go through that. I went through it last night, though. That was kind of weird. I went through it last night, and it was weird because I was detached, and it was somebody else's election to lose, somebody else's disappointment, somebody else's betrayal, somebody else's resentment, somebody else's gossip, somebody else's infighting. It wasn't mine. I got drunk and lost mine. But yo, real talk, last night should have been me getting reelected. Last night we should have been having the humongous, gigantic after-election, re-election party. Shit, Jesse, you're the only mayor in the history of a major city that ever 100% solved homelessness. I'm not talking get rid of a little bit of it. I'm talking, Jesse, you solved homelessness. You gave us police reform. You lowered speed limits in residential areas. You donated $50,000 from your own annual salary to youth violence prevention. So I woke up that morning. And realized that I had lived in this bubble that people in Portland don't understand. Let me tell you something else. Every person in Portland either is a liar or is affected by the lies and the lying decisions of some freaking liar in their city. That's all y'all do in Portland is you lie about everything. You lie about what happened in the streets. You lie about what happened in somebody's house. You lie about what happened at the show. You lie about what we saw on the news. You lie about what was in the live stream. You lie about what somebody said. You lie about what somebody did. And you believe it because you think that Twitter is real life. Portland, stop living this weird little lie. Stop telling people if you don't live in Portland, you can't talk about Portland. See this little dot right here? This is the only place that there's violence. You son of a bitch. They're burning down the police station by Malto 5. They're burning down a police station on Lombard. They're burning down a police station on MLK. The ICE building on Macadam. Like, I don't care. Burn it all down. But let's be honest about what's going on. When that man kicked that other man in the face in the middle of the street, every single person in this city lied and said that man had been driving his truck through the crowd, yelling racial slurs. God damn it, that was a lie. And the only person that had the courage to stand up for the truth in this whole city seems to be me. Y'all, what happened to Riot Ribs? Y'all, what happened to Wall of Moms? What happened to Sarah Honoron's campaign? The same shit, man. Picking a bad candidate because they are a color is not the way to win this battle. We could have had a legitimately anti-fascist mayor. But guess what? That would have stopped the money train. It's all about the money train. Who's going to pay these protest bums if the donations stop coming? Yo, Wall of Moms, we're going to take your donations. Yo, Riot Ribs, we want your donation. You're going to come into our fold. Riot Ribs skipped town. Riot Ribs got their shit and drove with their money. I smoked out with the Riot Ribs dude at the river. He was like, I got to get out of here. We sit on $300,000. Y'all think this is one thing because y'all live in a lie. You could have legitimately had an anti-fascist single mom as the fucking mayor. But everybody wanted to get on the internet and say that you were a racist if you didn't vote for a bad candidate. And I'm telling you something. I love Teresa like a sister. And I promised that I will vote for her in 2020. But yo, how many failed campaigns are we going to keep having to fund, or we're going to be racists? That's not fucking cool, yo. That's not how you defeat racism. You guys know Ted Wheeler is the mayor for 4 more years now, right? Why? Let me tell you the number one reason why. Because we have 175,000 pieces of shit in this city who actually just voted for Ted Wheeler. Greg came on this show last week. Greg came on my show last week and was like, yo, I was like, Greg, what about the danger of the right in you're all right, Josh. I didn't endorse anybody this year because there wasn't a good candidate. There simply was not a good candidate. I'm still the best fucking candidate. That's so crazy to me, man. But it doesn't make you racist by not voting for a bad candidate, man. And you know, it's everybody's fault, man. You can't just blame one people. Look, it's hard to win an election. It's really hard to win an election, especially when Ted cheated. Ted literally broke all the rules. Ted ran an illegal campaign, and I'm not exactly sure what the mechanisms are to call a campaign like that. Ah, man. I'm so frustrated, dude. I'm so fucking. You know what, though? I'm not. You know whose fault it is? It's my fault. It's my fault. This shouldn't even like. But let me tell you something, man. Portland, Oregon, you need to stop thinking that what happens on Twitter or your validation on Twitter or your notoriety or how many likes or followers you get, that's not real life. Twitter is not real life. And all these people trying to control the dialogue on Twitter, all their Twitter handles are from 2020. They're all from 2020. You're letting a bunch of people who didn't even mess with Twitter last year peer pressure you because they're going to tell you that you're racist if you don't vote for a lesser candidate just because she's black. Guess what? That lesser candidate who is black didn't support Joanne's black candidacy. She didn't support Loretta Smith's black candidacy. So what the hell are we really talking about? We're talking about a cabal of lies, of violence, of peer pressure, of bullying, of squeezing people. Why you think they're coming for Sol Luna right now? Why you think they're coming for Sol Luna right now? Because they heard how much money he's making. Go look. Go look. I didn't make none of this shit up. Go look. Man, let me see what Greg just posted, man. It breaks my heart for Greg, dude. Greg's a good dude, and it doesn't matter, right? Like, man, the whole city is just broken hearted, man. But look, you have to, man. Yo, I want to know, swear to God, did Ted pay them money? I'm just going to say it. You already accused me. All of Teresa's people already accused me of being a rapist. Okay? I got no more to lose. No more credibility to lose in that crowd. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I know who the fuck I am. I know what I do. And I know that I always predict it. Y'all just going to keep letting these people ruin everything? Everything. To get that money. To get that money. Who else is going to pay for all these protest bums that show up everywhere? Turning the rest of the city off. Making the rest of the city go, I don't really support the protest. And they go, oh, you're racist. No. What are you talking about? They knew what they were doing. Come on, y'all. Keep it real. Look, I'm going to tell you something, man. I love you too much. My reputation in this community is too important to me. Going all the way back to the 80s, back to the 90s, back to the 2000s, 2010s, now in 2020. You have never, ever heard me lie to you. When I was 18 years old, my grandma died. And I went to her funeral. And they said the most important thing that Rosemary brought to our lives was honesty. She would never lie to you. And I made a decision that day that that's the person that I wanted to be. And so I've legitimately built my personality around brutal honesty. I'll never lie to you. The narrative that people in Portland are selling so that they don't get accused of being racist is as dirty and as harmful as the actual racism that we're supposed to be combating. Y'all feel me? I'll give a shit if you do or if you don't. Man, if you got money, you're going to get accused of being racist until you give that money to the protest bums so they can buy more drugs with it. Y'all don't even understand what's really going on in this city, man. And y'all just fucked around and got Ted Wheeler elected because of it. There you go. 40 minutes in, I finally said my first F word. Y'all are some bums, man. Grifters. Look at the collection of these losers, man. People like Justin Kirsten and his crazy ass wife. People like creeper ass predator Greg Liascos. That's who you built your team around? Fuck, man. Losers. Meanwhile, you run off good people like Greg. You want to know the real reason there's beef between Greg and Don't Shoot? Because Greg was taking too much attention doing his own interviews with media outlets. I don't need you to believe me because I was on the fucking phone going, hey, don't you think we could work this out? Don't you think this is a little silly? Yo, Portland, you need to wake the hell up and realize that the weasels and the snakes that are in your crowd, in your circle, people that legitimately work with the police, people that literally get text messages from the police, people that get endorsements from the police, people that support people that get endorsements from the police. When are you going to wake up? Now you got tear gas Ted for 4 more years because you were too scared of somebody whose Twitter account was started in 2020 and has 48 followers was going to call you a racist on the internet. So you voted for Teresa. You wrote her in because you wanted to be part of it. Man, I love all these people involved. I have relationships with all these people involved. I've had lunch or dinner or breakfast with all those people involved. And the worst one of them is Ted Wheeler. The other 3 are actually great people. Sarah, Teresa, Greg, they're all great people, man. But they playing a role that the president and Vladimir Putin want you to play, man. Man, why the hell would activists just show up right across the street from the police station like the goddamn Revolutionary War? Sitting there loading your muskets with somebody 6 feet in front of you and just shooting, except you don't even got no guns. Why would you even do that unless you wanted the theater, unless you wanted to be able to tell the rest of the country that the anarchists, the Antifa is destroying the city. Yo, you don't even know who these people are calling the shots. It's all theater, yo. Wall of moms. Come on. The wall of vets. Then there was a goddamn wall of chefs. There was a wall of pet groomers. The wall of librarians. Come on, it's performative. It's all a dance. Nothing is happening. The cops get more overtime. Nothing gets changed. And what do we get from it? Teresa endorses the guy, or she not endorses, she votes, legitimately takes a picture voting for the police union endorsed candidate. Why? Because of what color he is? And if you don't, you're racist? Man, look, I'm going to tell you something. You say what, Jessie? Are you trying to say you're not racist? Not saying that. I'm saying check this out. I'm saying that I was raised in a racist society. So I have racist predispositions, which are built into my programming, which I'm trying to work on, right? It's casual. Trying to grow out of that. But I'm not overtly racist. And I don't make decisions about people based on the color of their skin, whether they're good decisions or bad decisions. While I will always work to elevate the role of Black women in my life, I am not going to have that guilt me into electing a bad candidate. Social media is not real life. That's why y'all thought Bernie was gonna be like, oh, Bernie's gonna save us. What do you mean? Bernie's been in Congress for 30 years. Yeah, but he's on Twitter now. He's gonna save us. No, man. Look, all these people that want to tell you how to vote, they don't even vote. They don't even vote. You see it when they get arrested and they run the big ledger full of people that either vote or don't vote. They don't vote. Y'all just a bunch of liars, Portland. A bunch of drunks, drug addicts, untreated mentally ill people, and liars. Get it together, because I love all of those demographics, and so did baby Jesus. But look, if somebody says that you might have racist tendencies, the answer to that isn't to go adopt 4 Black kids. The answer isn't to go knit a pink vagina hat and march around leaving Starbucks litter everywhere. It's all performativism. They say to me, Jessie, why don't you go down and be part of the big performative parade, right? Why don't you go dress up, put on your stuff? Bro, check this out. Call me to protest when nobody else is going to show up. Call me when I'm the only person waiting for the busload of refugee kids to come down to protect them. Not when it's popular, not when it's cool, not when there's going to be a wall of Crocs. That shit is not the revolution. That's the fake revolution. That's the lie. That's the Twitter. That's the social media. That's the programming that you got to break out of. When I tell you every day, don't look into your phone the moment you wake up. If you wake up and look into your phone, you will live in the aquarium all day long. If you wake up, appreciate the world for the beautiful thing that it is, separate from the madness, listen to the birds, smell the flowers, wave at the squirrels. If you can leave your phone alone to remember who you are, you're cool. Look, there's 2 yous, man. There's one of you that's the custom player in the video game, and there's one of you that's sitting on the couch playing the video game. You could be either one. You could be the guy in the video game, dribbling the ball, making the passes, making the shots. Or you could be the guy controlling them. And if you look behind yourself fast enough, you will see a dude sitting on the couch. And if that dude sitting on a couch looks behind himself fast enough, there'll probably be another couch behind him. Does that make sense? Oh, man. Man, the city is not happy today, man. All these performative activists, stop being performative. Oh. Oh. Man, I don't even know what else to say. Yo, that's my show for the day, everybody. If I can run late, I can run early just as enthusiastically, man. Yo, just remember, in 2020, I'm still drunk. Me from 2016 is the best candidate. Hey, hold on. Stay with me. I want to tell you something. So when I woke up that next day, they asked me, they said, Jesse, what are you going to do now? You've been given your life back. You could do anything you want right now. You could do anything you want right now. What do you want to do? I said, you know what? I need to travel. I've barely even really been out of Portland. Seriously, I've really never been nowhere. Just West Coast. How am I going to be the mayor of a city if I don't even know what makes it unique, if I can't compare it to other cities? And then I was like, I'm gonna start a media company, man, because I got hosed by the media when I ran for office. So maybe I could help the next candidate, right? And I've done that. We did that. We didn't do it as much as I wanted to, but we had between the website and the TV show, we were involved, right? Next election, we'll be more involved. Next week, we'll be more involved. We're building a machine. But so the point is, they asked me, they said, Jesse, what are you going to do? And I said, travel. Not long after that, I went to North Dakota for the first time, which led to me going to South Dakota for the first time, Wyoming for the first time. Then I went to Houston, which involved me going through Utah for the first time and seeing Moab for the first time. And then I saw Miami. Then I seen Atlanta. Then I went to Dallas, Texas. Then I almost moved to Las Vegas. Then I went to Denver. Then I went to Phoenix, Arizona to go see a T-Rex. Then I went to Washington, D.C. Then I went to New York City. I went to Dr. Strange's house. Then I went to Amish Town in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I went to Kentucky. I went to the Walmart in West Virginia. I went to Chicago and saw Sue, the world's most intact T-Rex. I went to Kansas City. I made a ton of best friends. I went to Kansas and got my hair cut at a Great Clips that later became a super spreader environment. Came back, finished the website. The show's done. The website's full speed. Y'all think I should run for mayor again? Here's the plan, yo. I'm going to give Hawaii a little bit of time to see how they deal with the COVID response, or see if I can generate enough wealth that I can go live in the jungle there without taking from the environment, right? I want to make sure I'm a contributor and not in competition for resources. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, let's do this, though, y'all. Hey, kids. Are you looking for an environmentally friendly, cuddly, eco-friendly best friend that will also eat daddy long legs, termites, fleas, ticks, cockroaches, and centipedes? Get anteater. I don't know what you're thinking, but Jessie, what about giant centipedes? That's easy, bro. Get a giant anteater. Brought to you by God. And don't forget, I still got Nightcrawler. Yo, this cat is so dope now. At first I was like, I don't know how cool this cat might be. She's scared. I think she's been on drugs for a while. She needs to sleep it off. I'm going to give her some time. I'm going to give her some space. Yo, she's like the best cat in the world now. Seriously, the best cat in the world. Crazy. All right. So, yeah, if you know anybody that could give her a good home, that would be super cool. Okay? All right, let's bang this out. She didn't really like being called Kurt Wagner. I just started calling her Nightcrawler, and she just started paying attention. That would be funny, Governor. So look, there's a lot of people you could blame right now for Ted Wheeler being the mayor. You could blame the write-in voters if you want. You could blame Teresa because she didn't endorse Sarah or Joanne or Loretta Smith. You can blame Ted Wheeler for running an illegal campaign. You can blame Sarah for running a lackluster campaign, which she didn't. I thought it was an okay campaign, but honestly, it was the lowest energy campaign I remember in the history of me living in Portland. You could blame the media for not giving her a good spin. You could blame Nigel Jacquis for writing kind of a shitty article about her, but that had to be expected from the Willamette Week because that's the kind of organization they are. But really, the only person that I should be blaming is myself, because let me explain how life works, man. If you blame somebody else, you don't got no chance in reconciling that. You don't got no chance in improving that. You don't got no chance in fixing it. You just have to hope that that other person is going to do that for you. If you take the blame, if you accept the responsibility, then that gives you the opportunity and empowers you to be in the position to fix it, to make amends, to make it okay. So look, now that we got this platform, and now that I'm sober, I don't know, man. All I know is we're going to keep growing, and you guys that are part of the loyal team that shows up every morning really makes my job better. And pretty soon there's going to be a lot more people watching this show. So it's kind of good that we've had this time to incubate and practice together. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we blew right through halftime. We blew right through everything. Let me just remind you guys that you can watch this show all day long on urbansurvivorman.com. We'll throw up some clips later on urbansurvivorman.com. We'll do all kinds of dope shit. So see you tomorrow. And if I don't say Audi 5000G, then that means that some monkeys or some cops probably got my phone. All right, there. You know what time it is. Super love to my fam back at the power station in Kansas City. And Big Chris, down in Southern Oregon, keeping the FM channel rocking. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Same bizat time, same bizat channel. All right. Audi 5000, G.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.